If you are looking for a fun new way to work out that's nice to your joints if you have joint pain and can help build full body strength easily at home, I'm going to show you how to do that in as little as 10 minutes. All you need is one of these suspension straps. So I really like the RitFit brand and I'm putting the link down below. They are very affordable and let me tell you, these are super versatile. And so you can do a lot with them. So I'm going to just show you how to quickly get them into your door so we can get working out. So you're going to take this strap and you're going to find a door that you trust and that is stable. So we're going to open that door, slide the straps in, and then close the door. If it does have the ability to lock, I always like to lock it just to make sure that you have your sturdy through here. Then I just give it a few tugs to make sure that it's not going to come out, and give it a few kind of firm pulls just to make sure it's stuck in there. Now we're ready to go. So you're going to take the two straps. You can adjust the length of them depending on the size of space that you have. So I'm going to make these a little bit longer just by pulling down. And then of course making sure that they're even. Okay, now we're gonna start with our first full body exercise. So what you're going to do is you're going to step back. And this one is almost kind of building a little bit of trust with the bands. You're going to extend your arms. The further your feet are underneath you, the more weight that's going to be through the band and the harder this exercise is going to be. What you're going to do is pull yourself up in a row and then slowly come back down. Pull yourself up in a row, and we are going to do 10 here. That was 2. 3. Keep your elbows in nice and close. 4. And your body in a nice straight line. Try not to arch forward or try not to sag down. Try to keep your body in a nice straight line. If where you're at's too hard, walk your feet back and pull yourself up. We have 4 more. 3. 2. And then last one. So now for this next one, we're going to do a march and step back. You're going to hang on to the straps, arms relax and slightly bend. I'm going to stand on my left leg and I'm going to step back with the right leg, just as far as you comfortably can go back. I'm going to use my left leg to lift that right one up into a march. It's not necessarily pulling forward because you'll feel yourself come up on your toe. So you're just stepping back and then bringing yourself forward. The bands are just here to help with some support. They're not going to be super helpful with balance. So it is also challenging that single leg balance. If this motion is difficult for you to do, just come down a little bit lower. And we're going to do 5 more here. You should primarily feel this on the leg that you're standing on. And you may feel it as you pull that leg up too. And the last one, this one gets the heart rate going a little bit. Now you're going to switch to the other side. So now I'm going to step back with the left, right is in front, and you're going to pull yourself up and step back. I want you to try to step back as far as you can. Get a nice stretch in that hip versus just taking a small step. Now, if your hip doesn't allow you to go all the way back, that is okay. Just go with what you feel comfortable with. But notice I'm in control, so I don't want you to feel like you're all over the place. So you can shorten that step if you need to on the way up. And let's go 4, 3, 2, and last one. Now what we're going to do, you're going to have your palms facing each other. Your arms are going to be straight again, and you're going to walk your feet just slightly underneath. What you're going to do is you're going to open up with your arms and bring yourself forward. Notice my elbows are slightly bent, so they don't need to be perfectly straight. Slight bend, and really focus on opening that chest up, but also squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back. And you're opening up, and then letting yourself come back down. Again, to make this harder, walk underneath, and it's gonna give you a little bit more body weight to work with. Opening up, and then coming back. So figure out a good place for your feet that it feels challenging, but not overly. And we're gonna go 3, 2, and last one. Now this next one is one of my favorites as far as using the TRX straps, because it can be really empowering. We're gonna do a squat. And before you think, oh no, I can't do a squat, this makes squatting feel so much better. You're gonna hold on to the straps, arms are just relaxed. You're gonna step back to the point where you feel like you're standing up tall. Kind of roll those shoulders back to relax them. And what I want you to do is you're gonna sit your hips back and come up. So notice my arms kind of extend as I come back. And then again, you're focusing on using your legs more than you're using your arms to pull. You're sitting back in those hips and then coming forward. Go down as far as feels comfortable for you, and you should primarily feel this in your glutes, especially as you stand up. Really use those glutes, push through those heels as you come up. We're gonna do 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, now we're gonna move into a balance exercise. So what I want you to do is you're gonna put one foot a little bit in front of the other. Again, these are not super sturdy for balance, so I want you to find a position that feels good to you. So if you need to, I'll show you here, if you need to move that front foot out a little bit to find balance, then I would absolutely do that. You want a position that you feel somewhat confident in and that does feel challenging, but not that you're all over the place. So find that position for you. Now you're gonna face your palms downwards. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to swing the straps side to side, but notice that my upper body, besides my arms moving side to side, is not moving. So you're just rocking side to side. Now if this feels pretty easy for you, what you can do is you can lift that back foot and just point that toe to the ground. So now you're essentially standing in a supported single leg stance and coming side to side. You're essentially just trying to shift your weight a little bit side to side to throw you off. So we're gonna stay here for about 10 more seconds. If you feel a little wobbly in the ankles, that's okay. To be expected. Let's go 3, 2, and then last one. Now you're gonna switch to the other side. So you can go, again, one foot in front of the other. You can also go into that supported single leg stance, whatever feels okay to you, that you can hang on to for about 25 seconds. And then, so now we're just going to add in that rotation of the arms side to side. Keep your torso up nice and tall. And let's go 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now what I want you to do is you're going to, again, keep those palms facing downwards. You're gonna walk back just so you're up tall and your arms are relatively straight. What I want you to try to do, you're gonna take a slight bend in the knees just so they're relaxed. And you're going to reach your hips back to the point that you feel a stretch in the backs of the legs. Notice I'm looking ahead, so we're not facing down. You're looking ahead and try to keep your back in a nice straight line here. And then you're gonna use your glutes to stand up. So you're reaching your hips back as your arms go forward, and then squeeze up. You should feel, again, that stretch in the back of the legs. If you don't, you may be bending your knees too much. So it's just a slight bend in the knees, and the knee bend doesn't really change. And then you're gonna squeeze up. And then you're gonna reach back and then squeeze up. We're gonna do 3 more here. Keep that gaze in front of you. Don't look down at the floor. And then squeeze up. 2 more, reach back with your hips and then squeeze up. And then last one, and then squeeze up. We're going to end with one last exercise. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna actually come underneath the bands. So now your arms are out straight. This one you may need to lengthen the straps a little bit if they're shorter, just so you can have more space without hitting the door behind you. You're gonna straighten out your arms. And now what I want you to do is make your body in a nice straight line. So I want you to kind of squeeze those glutes a little bit. So your hips kind of tuck underneath, and you're gonna stay nice and stable here as you lift one leg up. So this is a variation of a plank type movement that I want you to stay as stable as possible. We're just trying not to go crazy with the arms. So keep your arms out straight. Don't let them start bending. Keep them out straight as you just lift one leg and then the other. The higher you go, the harder it may feel. And I want you to be slow and controlled versus trying to go fast. Lifting. To make this harder, you can walk back further so you're closer to the ground. But again, you may need to lengthen the straps for that. And we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep those arms straight. And last one. Okay, if that felt good to you, I would recommend going through these exercises at least 1 to 2 more times to get that full body upper and lower working and starting to build some strength. So this is great if you have osteoarthritis. These straps, you can do lots with them, and I'll have other workouts coming. I do have a blog post down below that's going to show you my favorite 10 exercises. Some of them we went through in here, and then there are absolutely tons of other exercises that you can do, so you can check that link out down below. Thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful, and hope you feel good.